improbable Cowboys season came to an agonizing end at Lambeau Field on Sunday as the Green Bay Packers topped Dallas, eliminating them from the playoffs. The game was a classic, and the boys had their moments, but several crucial mistakes and an overturned call that will live in Dallas infamy eventually cost them the game.
I thought Tony made a great throw. Des made a great catch on the ball. Obviously, it was ruled a catch. At the outset, it looked to me like he had 3 feet down, and what they described to us all the time was a move common to the game. He maintained possession of it throughout, in my opinion. But let me make it really clear that this game wasn't about officiating. We had 60 minutes. We had an opportunity to come up here and win a ball game. At the end of the day, we didn't get a chance to do that.
The season's over, and that's the biggest disappointment. I mean, the calls, they don't go your way sometimes, and that's obviously part of the game. And it's disappointing whenever it doesn't go the way that you want. And we had a chance to win.
The season, which many thought was a hopeless cause from the start, took fans on a ride they won't soon forget, but ends the way the last 18 seasons have, watching the championship from home.
Call obviously was BS. We all know it was BS. Maybe the refs were getting back at Dallas from last week with Detroit, but it was not legit.
It's a sad day, but go Cowboys.
They gave us a great run, a great ride, and we've had a lot of fun watching them, and I'm proud of this team.
The excitement and anticipation was palpable as the Ice Bowl Part 2 played out in the frozen tundra, and Cowboys Nation was Hype City.
We've tried so hard for so many years, and we're finally here. So let's do it.
As the silver and blue rallied behind their boys, others were going green. Yeah, it may be hard to believe, but not everybody in Big D was pulling for them boys. Welcome to Vernon's Gastropub, or better known to these Packer backers, a safe haven for cheeseheads. Or, as Cowboys country may deem it, enemy territory.
Been here now for 28 years, been at Packers Bar for 27 of those years. It's a great camaraderie here, very unique.
We stopped here in Dallas to watch the game today and found this lovely Packer bar to watch the game, and it's awesome.
Enemy territory, but absolutely, we're okay. My best friend told me to come here. He begged me to come here, and we're here. There he is.
And unfortunately, this was probably the happiest place in DFW today after the Cowboys season was frozen by the Packers, with some help from the refs. Ugh.
I'm supporting the boys. They're still the best. We're proud of them. They had an amazing year. They did really good, and no matter what, we love the boys, and we're always going to be behind them. That's why we're here, even if it's cold.
A father's distraught reaction to his son's medical condition set in motion a tense situation Saturday night. At 7 p.m., the Harris County Sheriff's Office was contacted to meet with Tomball Police regarding a possible hostage situation at Tomball Regional Medical Center.
We learned that there was a male inside of a room and a patient. There was some threatening gestures or comments made, and so we evacuated, restricted the floor.
Early reports suggested the man might be armed, and the Harris County High-Risk Operation Unit was called in to negotiate, as people with loved ones inside the lockdown hospital were understandably concerned for their safety.
Well, my grandmother's actually in the hospital. She was actually on the floor. I guess that it's happening.
We then conducted some negotiations with the male subject. He surrendered without any further incident, and when he was taken into custody, it was discovered he was not armed.
It was not a hostage situation. It was a distressed father who refused orders by both the hospital and police to leave the hospital room.
It's always a relief whenever we can take the individual into custody without any further actions.
No further information is available regarding the condition of the patient, and at this point it's still unclear if charges will be filed against the father. Operations at Tomball Regional Medical Center are back to normal. As day turned to night in France, a heartbroken nation gathered to grieve what they're calling France's 9/11. Up to 1 million people gathered in the streets of Paris following 3 days of terror that left 17 people dead in the past week. The nation remains on high alert after security forces fatally shot a man who police said killed 4 hostages Friday at a kosher supermarket in eastern Paris. The same day, police killed 2 brothers they say attacked the Paris office of satirical magazine Charlie Hebdo and left 12 people dead. On Thursday, a policewoman was killed south of Paris. According to French police, law enforcement officers have been told to erase their social media presence and carry weapons at all times because terror sleeper cells have been activated in the country. World leaders and dignitaries, including U.S. Attorney General Eric Holder, attended the Unity rally.
We have seen these kinds of attacks or attempts at these kinds of attacks, certainly in the United States. We've seen things like this in the United Kingdom. We've seen this in Nairobi. We've seen it in Australia and Canada. This is the nature of the new threat that we must confront.
Also a gathering spot Sunday, the Grand Synagogue. Amid terror threats, it was closed Friday for the first time since World War II. But on this day, it was wide open for support. The number of Jews leaving France to move to Israel has soared following a spike in attacks on Jews there.
And to fight against the terror, it's very easy. We have just to be together. It's to be safe, of course, but to be together. It's a really dream of France.
The Eiffel Tower, fully lit and sparkling with hope after the rally. 2 parents in Evansville, Indiana are getting some much-deserved backfire for letting their 1-year-old daughter play with a handgun. We warn you, the following cell phone video is disturbing. It shows the 1-year-old pointing the .40 caliber and even putting it in her mouth, as whoever is recording or watching encourages her to say pow and bang.
Say bang. Shoot. Shoot. Bang.
At no point in the video does anyone stop the child from playing with the gun.
Shoot that thing, fat baby.
Horrifying. Evansville police say the magazine was removed from the gun, but a bullet could have been in the chamber. Cops found the video after they arrested the man whose voice is heard on the video, 19-year-old Michael Barnes, for allegedly attempting to sell a gun to an undercover cop. The little girl's mother, 22-year-old Tony Wilson, is charged with neglect, criminal recklessness with a deadly weapon, and allowing a child to possess a firearm. Remember, folks, kids are supposed to play with toys, not guns. And apparently some adults shouldn't be playing with kids. Even though the weather this week has been frightful, the hype machine has been so delightful. And why wouldn't it be? College football fans have been waiting for a true championship game for years. So it's going to take more than cold rain to dampen the spirits of fans who've traveled all the way to DFW to check out the big game. With only 1 day left until kickoff, we caught up with some of the diehards out in Sundance Square.
Getting to see Fort Worth a bit and Arlington and out to Grapevine to see where the Oregon Ducks are staying. It's been just a great weekend.
And the fun is being had by people of all ages, regardless of if they think their team's going to win.
Who do you think's going to win?
Oregon.
Oregon? Are you an Oregon fan?
For Ohio State.
Oh, I'm sorry about that.
Hey, you can't blame Ohio State fans feeling that way. They're currently 6-point underdogs heading into Monday. But one thing you can bet on is that OSU's famous marching band will be in top form, no matter who takes home the trophy. They were marching it out in Dallas, putting the finishing touches on their show. So it looks like everyone is ready, from the players to the fans and even the band. And maybe the result will surprise even the harshest of fans. Coming up on Newsfix, a night out on the town for Chris Brown results in the club being fired up. No, seriously, shots were fired, and it was all caught on cam. We've got the juice on the latest fad and how it's flowing through Big D. That's ahead on Newsfix.
Get the best of Newsfix on any digital device at CW33.com. Comment and share your favourite Newsfix stories at CW33.com.